Ever wondered why Sigma males, the lone wolves of society, never seem to fight over women like their alpha and beta counterparts? Welcome, my friends, to a journey into the world of Sigma males, a fascinating subset of men, often misunderstood, yet uniquely captivating. These enigmatic figures, who prefer solitude over social hierarchy, are a breed apart from the traditional alpha or beta males we often hear about. Let's start with a brief introduction to Sigma males. Unlike alphas who thrive in the limelight, or betas who are comfortable in their supporting roles, Sigma males are the solitary wanderers of the societal landscape, often preferring their own company to the hustle and bustle of social engagements. They are not antisocial, but rather selectively social, choosing when, where, and with whom they interact. One of the most distinctive traits of Sigma males is their non-confrontational nature. They are not interested in dominance, power struggles, or one-upmanship. Instead, they are content within their own sphere, focusing on self-improvement and personal growth. Another intriguing aspect of Sigma males is their self-sufficiency. They don't need external validation to feel good about themselves. They find their worth from within, independent of societal standards or expectations. This self-reliance extends to their relationships as well, making them less likely to compete for female attention. Societal stereotypes often associate masculinity with competition, especially when it comes to attracting women. Alpha males, with their assertive and dominant traits, are often seen as the conquerors, the winners in the game of love. But Sigma males, with their quiet strength and mysterious charm, march to the beat of their own drum. They don't see women as prizes to be won or possessions to be claimed. Instead, they view them as equals, as partners, and as individuals with their own agency and autonomy. This respect for women's individuality and independence is another reason why Sigma males never engage in the petty squabbles often associated with the pursuit of love. So now that we've shed some light on the mysterious Sigma males, are you ready to delve deeper? Let's delve into the 7 reasons why Sigma males never fight over women. Reason 1, the self-sufficiency of Sigma males. This is a fundamental cornerstone of the Sigma male personality type. These individuals are not just independent, they are self-sufficient. They rely on their own abilities, their own resources, their own judgment. They don't need to lean on others, nor do they seek external validation to feel accomplished or whole. Consider the Sigma male in a work situation. They're the type who can take a project, run with it, and deliver results without needing constant supervision or feedback. They're comfortable working alone, they trust their own skills, and they're confident in their ability to solve problems that come their way. This self-sufficiency extends to their personal lives as well. Sigma males aren't the type to constantly seek out company or validation from others. They're comfortable being alone, whether that's spending a quiet evening at home or embarking on a solo adventure. They don't need others to define their happiness or sense of self. In relationships, this self-sufficiency manifests in a unique way. Sigma males don't enter relationships out of a sense of need or desperation. They don't need a partner to feel complete or validated. They enter relationships because they genuinely want to share their life with someone, not because they're seeking a trophy or a status symbol. For Sigma males, relationships aren't about proving something to the world. They aren't about winning or losing. They're about connection and mutual respect. A Sigma male doesn't see a woman as a prize to be won, but as an equal to be respected. They don't fight over women because they don't see women as objects to be claimed. They see them as individuals with their own thoughts, feelings, and desires. This is not to say that Sigma males don't value relationships or desire companionship. They do. But they approach relationships from a place of self-sufficiency. They're not looking for someone to complete them because they're already complete in themselves. Their self-sufficiency prevents them from seeing women as prizes to be won. Secondly, Sigma males are inherently non-confrontational. Now, what does this mean exactly? Well, for starters, Sigma males value their peace and tranquility. They are not the type to engage in unnecessary drama or conflicts, especially when it comes to relationships with women. This is not to say they shy away from all confrontations. Rather, they choose their battles wisely, focusing their energy on what truly matters to them. One might wonder, How does this non-confrontational nature influence their approach to relationships and interactions with women? Well, it's pretty straightforward. Sigma males are not the type to fight over a woman or compete with other men for her attention. They believe in letting things flow naturally. If a woman is interested in them, great. If not, that's fine too. They don't feel the need to prove themselves or their worth to anyone. Now, this might seem counterintuitive to some. After all, aren't men supposed to be competitive, especially when it comes to attracting a partner? Well, not for Sigma males. They are more interested in forming meaningful connections based on mutual respect and understanding, rather than engaging in a battle of egos. Moreover, this non-confrontational approach also extends to their relationships. Sigma males are not the type to engage in heated arguments or petty squabbles. They prefer to communicate openly and honestly, addressing issues in a calm and rational manner. They understand that conflict is a part of any relationship, but they also believe in resolving it in a way that strengthens the bond, rather than tearing it apart. In a world where competition and conflict are often seen as the norm, Sigma males stand out with their calm and non-confrontational approach. They understand that every person is unique and has their own path to follow. Therefore, they don't see the point in competing for someone's affection or attention. They believe in allowing things to unfold naturally, respecting each individual's choices and decisions. This non-confrontational nature reduces their need to compete for women. Sigma males don't fight over women because they don't need to. They understand that the right relationships will come to them when the time is right, and they're perfectly content to wait for it. Thirdly, Sigma males highly value their freedom. Let's delve into this. Freedom for Sigma males isn't just about the ability to do as they please. It's a mindset, a lifestyle, an integral part of their identity. They thrive on the liberty of being unbound by societal expectations, free to chart their own life course. This is a freedom they guard fiercely, a freedom that shapes their approach towards relationships. Now let's make it clear. This doesn't mean Sigma males are commitment phobic or they dodge relationships. Far from it. They can and do form deep, meaningful connections. But these connections are not born out of a desperate need for companionship or societal pressure. They are born out of genuine interest and mutual understanding. Their love for freedom means they are not in the race to win over women. They are not swayed by the societal narrative that dictates that a man's worth is measured by the number of women he can attract. To a Sigma male, the pursuit of women as a means to validate their masculinity is, quite frankly, an unnecessary distraction. It's a game they choose not to play. Instead, they focus on nurturing their freedom, their individuality. They invest time in their passions, their interests, their personal growth. They are not entangled in the societal web of competition and comparison. They are too busy living their life on their own terms. So what does this mean for women who find themselves drawn to Sigma males? Well, it means they are dealing with men who are secure in their individuality, men who are not driven by the need to prove their worth. It means they are dealing with men who value their own freedom and, by extension, respect the freedom of others. Sigma males understand that freedom and respect are two sides of the same coin. They know that to truly value their freedom, they must also value the freedom of others. This understanding shapes their approach to relationships, making them respectful and considerate partners. In conclusion, the Sigma male's love for freedom is a defining trait that influences their approach to relationships. It prevents them from participating in the often chaotic and competitive game of pursuing women, allowing them to form genuine, respectful connections instead. Their love for freedom keeps them from getting caught up in the competitive game of winning women. Fourth on the list is their unconventional approach to relationships. Sigma males, the enigma that they are, fundamentally differ from other men in how they approach relationships. They perceive relationships not as societal constructs or a means to social validation, but as a space for deep, meaningful connections. In a world where the superficial often overshadows the substantial, Sigma males refuse to conform. They are not lured by surface-level attractions or transient passions. Instead, they seek profound emotional and intellectual connections. This longing for depth makes them choosy. not just about who they date, but also about who they allow into their lives. They are not swayed by societal pressures to be in a relationship. Instead, they prefer to wait for a connection that resonates with their core. They are willing to be patient, to wait for someone who understands their silence as much as their words, someone who values their solitude as much as their company. Sigma males are not invested in the frivolous dating games that many others play. They don't compete for attention. They don't seek to impress with flashy displays of wealth or power. For them, the real charm lies in authenticity, in being true to oneself and to others. Their approach to relationships is a reflection of their overall philosophy of life: minimalist, authentic, and profound. They believe in quality over quantity, in depth over breadth. This philosophy extends to their relationships as well. They would rather have one meaningful relationship than numerous superficial ones. This unconventional approach to relationships also shields Sigma males from the needless drama and competition associated with romantic pursuits. They don't engage in fights over women because they understand that love isn't about possession or competition, but about connection and understanding. In conclusion, Sigma males view relationships as an opportunity for deep emotional and intellectual connections. They value authenticity and depth over superficial attractions, and they don't engage in fights over women because they understand that love isn't about competition or possession, but about understanding and connection. This unique perspective keeps them from fighting over women. Fifthly, Sigma males do not seek validation from others. This is a profound trait that sets them apart from many other male archetypes. Where others might crave recognition, admiration, or even a pat on the back, Sigma males walk a different path. Their self-worth is derived internally. It's as if they have an internal compass that guides them, a compass that isn't affected by the opinions of others. It's not that they dismiss the thoughts or feelings of those around them. Rather, they simply do not allow external validations to define their value. This internal validation is a powerful force that underscores their actions and decisions. This trait has a significant impact on their interactions with women. There is no need for a Sigma male to prove himself to a woman. He doesn't feel the need to show off or to compete with other men for her attention. He knows his worth, and he does not require a woman's validation to affirm it. In a world where many are caught up in the race to be the best, the richest, the most popular, Sigma males stand apart. They don't participate in this race. They don't feel the need to prove their worth to anyone but themselves. This lack of need for validation is liberating. It frees them from the constant pressure that many men feel to measure up, to be enough. It allows them to be authentic, to be true to themselves without the fear of judgment or rejection. This doesn't mean they're aloof or indifferent. Quite the opposite. Sigma males are often deeply empathetic and understanding, but their interactions are not influenced by a need for approval. They interact on their own terms, in their own time, and in their own unique way. This self-assuredness, this comfort in their own skin, can be incredibly attractive. It's a quiet confidence that doesn't need to be shouted from the rooftops. It's a strength that doesn't need to be flexed. Their lack of need for validation means they don't feel the need to compete for women. They know their worth, and they're secure in it. They don't need to fight over women because they understand that their value isn't defined by the women they attract, but rather by who they are as individuals. Sixth, Sigma males respect women's autonomy. This is a pivotal reason why Sigma males don't engage in the conventional competition over women. They understand and appreciate the independence of women, recognizing their rights to make their own decisions and live their lives as they choose. Sigma males value individuality, not just in themselves, but in others too. This is especially true when it comes to women. They respect her choices, her goals, her dreams, and her right to pursue them. They don't see women as conquests or trophies to be won. Instead, they see them as equals, as individuals who have their own lives to live, their own decisions to make, and their own paths to follow. This respect for women's autonomy goes hand in hand with their own desire for personal freedom. Just as they wouldn't want anyone dictating their lives, they wouldn't want to dictate anyone else's life either. They understand that everyone should have the liberty to make their own choices, and they extend this principle to the women they interact with. For Sigma males, relationships are not about possession or control. They're about mutual respect and understanding. They're about allowing the other person to be who they are, without trying to change them or mold them into something they're not. They're about appreciating the other person's individuality and respecting their autonomy. This is not to say that Sigma males are disinterested or aloof. On the contrary, they are deeply empathetic and attentive. They listen, they understand, and they respect. But they also know where to draw the line. They don't intrude, they don't impose, and they certainly don't fight over women. In conclusion, Sigma males' respect for women's autonomy is a fundamental part of their nature. It's deeply ingrained in their character, and it's reflected in their actions. They understand that women are not prizes to be won, but individuals to be respected. And this understanding, this respect for women's autonomy, is what keeps them from engaging in competition over women. Their respect for women's autonomy keeps them from engaging in competition over women. Lastly, Sigma males possess a high level of emotional intelligence. This unique trait shapes their approach to relationships in a way that distinctly sets them apart. A Sigma male has a keen understanding of his emotions, an ability that allows him to effectively manage his feelings and reactions. It's not about suppressing emotions, but rather about acknowledging them and responding in a balanced, thoughtful manner. This emotional acumen extends beyond self-awareness. Sigma males also have an empathetic understanding of others' feelings, a quality that helps them foster deeper, more meaningful connections. They are not driven by the need to compete for attention or affection, understanding that genuine relationships are born out of mutual respect and understanding, not rivalry. Their emotional intelligence gives them the ability to navigate complex emotional landscapes, to listen rather than just hear, and to connect on a profound level. This is a key reason why they don't engage in unnecessary competition over women. Their emotional intelligence sets them apart from the competitive fray. To wrap it all up, let's revisit the 7 reasons we've explored today. Sigma males, the enigmatic loners of the societal spectrum, have a unique approach to relationships, particularly with women. Firstly, their self-sufficiency is a defining trait. It's not about being aloof or indifferent, but rather about their inherent independence. They find fulfillment within themselves, and thus don't feel compelled to compete for women's attention. Secondly, Sigma males are non-confrontational by nature. They don't engage in petty squabbles or power plays. They believe that everyone, including women, has the freedom to choose their own path without external pressure or coercion. Thirdly, Sigma males value their freedom above all else. They cherish their personal space and autonomy, and they respect the same in others. This principle guides their interactions with women, and they avoid any situation that might compromise it. Fourthly, their unconventional approach to relationships sets them apart. They don't conform to societal norms or expectations. They value deep, meaningful connections over fleeting encounters, and they're not afraid to step away from a relationship that doesn't align with their values. Fifthly, Sigma males don't seek validation from others. Their self-worth doesn't depend on how many women they can attract or impress. They know their worth, and they don't feel the need to prove it to anyone. Sixthly, they respect women's autonomy. They acknowledge that women have their own desires, goals, and choices, and they don't attempt to control or manipulate them. Lastly, their emotional intelligence is often overlooked, but is a crucial aspect of their character. They are adept at understanding and managing their own emotions, as well as empathizing with others. This emotional maturity enables them to build healthier, more respectful relationships with women. Understanding these facets of Sigma males helps us appreciate their unique approach to relationships and their distinct place in the societal spectrum of masculinity.